All right, so just started stream and I just saw this pop up announced. Marvel Tokon is going to be playable at Evo, and we get some new screenshots and some more info about the gameplay. So let's break it down. And why is this such a huge deal? Well, we didn't think the game was going to be playable this soon. I think a lot of people expected this game to maybe have a trailer announcement or something at Evo, but for this to be fully playable with the 6 fighters, you know, that's insane, right? Like, we didn't think it was this far along, and it's hard not to think about the fact that 2XKO, you know, really they really got some time crunch now, because now they really got to get out a good product before, because Marvel Talking seems more ready than they probably imagined. So, first off, let's just look at the screenshots. This is the character select theme. Character select screen. I think this looks unbelievably good. Like, I don't know why I didn't expect it to look like this, but like, this is like peak, instant, classic character select screen in my opinion. That's just me. That's just me. But like, this looks so cool. Like the harsh contrast, you can clearly see the characters. There's plenty of room for characters. Now, these icons here made me interested, and we'll get into that. It says leader here. So very heavily comic book inspired, right? This has like copy area. This might be manga inspired actually. I don't know if it, I don't know if it's different. Command list player menu. Always good to have command list. I actually think this for casuals to have command list in casual series, pretty good idea. Ease of use. Both these characters are easiest as possible. Miss Marvel and Captain America. All right, so let's go to the next slide. I feel like a fucking PowerPoint presentation. This is where it gets interesting. So first off, this is a weird thing, right? Like for every character you select, it like starts filling in this gradient, see? So the blue ones are 2-player only. So 2-player here has Iron Man, but 1-player doesn't. And then for the ones that both people pick, Miss Marvel and Star-Lord have them. I think straight up, the art style looks so fucking good. Like the character models. I think this looks better than it did in the trailer somehow. It just looks like really clean and polished. And the more I see of it, the more hype I am for like how good this game is going to look. Now, there's something else. What the hell does this mean? Leader, shooter, vertical, assist. What the fuck does that mean, man? What does this mean? I don't get it. What? Does this mean that like different roles have different purposes? Is one character just assist? Which one would that be? Is the shooter the assist, or is the assault the assist? I don't know. We'll have to find out. It's only gonna be like about a week until we find out more. So yeah, very interesting. And then next up, we actually have the most interesting image. Here. This is the UI. And my initial reaction is I like the bars. I like this bar. There's 150 meter with segments for some reason. I do not like how zoomed in this is. But I think, given what we've seen before, I think it's a very high chance that this is a counter hit zoom in. I think this is just like the game zooming in for counter hit, because when we saw the gameplay of this, it was so much more zoomed out. I personally really like the UI. I like that it's clean, minimalistic. I think this like, dude, it literally looks like Reverse Evo, bro. Developed by the same people that own Evo. And then the character here, fighting Avengers. I wonder. Oh, this. I wonder if this is like the title you're gonna have. So you're gonna have different titles. Um, this effect was the thing before, right? We don't really know exactly what it is. Maybe invincible. Maybe like meter spend. But it doesn't look like they've spent any meter. This is the interesting part. I predicted this. So we see in the trailer that they call 3 assists in a row, and what instantly thought was every game that comes after Street Fighter 6 or after any Street Fighter has to copy Street Fighter. It's going to be a universal mechanic. Like assists are going to be on a universal bar. And it's going to also have things like tagging, like active tagging and tagging out your current character on defense, like guard canceling, and tagging your other character. This is going to be bound to that bar. I can almost guarantee you that this is the assist bar because it's also green, which is the exact same effect that like most assist games have for tagging. I actually don't know if this one has it because this one has like the soul passing or whatever. But I think it's just like consistent that it has both. There's no burst. I don't know why I didn't realize that sooner, but like yeah, this game has no burst. It makes it very different. The backgrounds look great. The characters look fucking amazing. Looks like the first game that like truly made for like 4K. So it looks a little bit more like Strive is an amazing looking game. I would argue that it has in many ways a better visual style than this game, but it isn't made for 4K in the same way where like all these tiny details wouldn't generally be on a Strive character. It looks like it's like adapted for the fact that Strive was made for PS4 and this one isn't. And I think there's just the stages. New York City, and this one shows all the different ones. That's all the stage, right? But like select initial area, so that that means you can start on one of the sides. See, like triangle, select initial. That's interesting. Because I wonder if there's any type of strategy whatsoever in swapping stages, or if it's just purely visual. Looks very cool with Shumagora. Like the art style for this game is a straight up 10 out of 10 so far, right? Straight up. I think it's so cool. And it has like instruction for double spread. I gotta show. Oh my god! Visually, this game just looks so amazing. And honestly, this does give me a little bit more faith for the gameplay because they're already ready to show things. Anyway, let's read what they said. There's going to be a developer comment panel with key members of the Arc System Works and Marvel Games development teams taking place on a Friday, August 1st at 8 p.m. on the EVO Showcase stage. We'll be shedding new light on the core gameplay mechanics, so we really hope to see you there. It's going to be live streamed. Lastly, we'd like to end with a message from the Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls game director, Kazuro Pachi. Pachi is I think he wasn't the game director for Exert. I think he was just the balance designer, the gameplay designer, right? So it's interesting he's the game director. Yeah, he was Exert Battle Planet and Grand Blue. Regular Grand Blue, not Rising. This is Sakin. I don't know how to pronounce it. Director of Marvel Tokon. I'd like to express our thanks on behalf of the entire development team for this incredible response to the State of Play trailer. The game is still under development, but we're really looking forward to sharing more in our EVO panel, especially for fans to try it out themselves with the very first trial version at the event. My hope is to assemble with all the players and create an amazing game together. We're trying out many new things to offer a fresh experience. I can't wait to hear your feedback and thoughts. This looks like they're relatively open for feedback as well, so we'll have to see, but yeah, this is very, very interesting. I'm really curious to hear what you guys' thoughts are. Obviously, we'll break down all the gameplay and all that stuff. I'm going to EVO, so I'll get to play. I'll give you guys my thoughts on how good this game is, what the problems are. There's a white Doom color here. Black Star-Lord. Anyway, that's it. Stay tuned for more 2XKO news as well. All right, I'm uploading this shit on the YouTube channel real quick.